this so hard? You know how long it's been since I made a video?
Yeah, but hey, it's the weekend.
This is actually probably the intro. Do you know how long it's been since I made a video?
Just roll
Seriously,
with it.
do you know how long it's been since I made a video?
Too long.
A year.
Just roll with
Basically
it.
a year. And we're gonna roll with it.
Roll with it.
What's up, guys? GearTube TV coming at you. We're rolling with it. It is Memorial Day weekend, and we're just hanging out, having a good time with family and friends. My brother came down to visit with me, and anytime he comes to visit, we decide to do a little work on the Jeep. So that's what we did this weekend. We started with a hood louver panel, and then we did some some flat fender flares, which gives the Jeep a nice fat look, you know. And then we added a rock hard 4x4 rack to the existing tire carrier. So each one of these videos is going to be piece by piece. I'm going to use this basically the same intro for all three videos. I just want to do a short video for each one. We're going to begin with the Hyline. Come this way. Camera, come.
Action.
Hyline hood louver panel, which is dusty because we were out in the Jeep today running around. And really love these things because the clean look. Their studs, obviously, I guess it's formed that way or welded or something, I don't know, but there's, I'd say, probably 45 holes drilled through the hood, and the studs go in, and then you thread a nut on the bottom side of it, which gives it a nice clean look. Still waiting on my hood bumper loops to come in right there, but we're going to show you the process. Back up. We're going to show you the process of what we went through to get that. Again, you know, it's Memorial Day weekend, so it wouldn't be a weekend to celebrate and remember those who gave all for the freedoms we have by flying the American flag on the back of the Jeep. Let's just give thanks to those who gave all and allow us to have the freedoms that we do. So without further ado, my brother and I wish you a happy Memorial Day weekend, and let's get to the video. See you guys. Bye-bye. Alright guys, so this is the Hyline louvered hood panel. Now, I purchased the unfinished or non-finished, which the reason I did that was because of availability. And you can see here how it comes in this nice plastic wrap for protection. And the unfinished is basically like a glossy, polished, I believe it might be aluminum or stainless or whatever type of metal it is. It comes super glossy, and I decided to finish it myself because, again, the powder coated ones were out of order. I guess the shipment was back ordered. So here I am using some self-etching primer, and I like the self-etching primer because I don't have to worry too much about scuffing any of the bare metal or anything like that. But again, this was non-finished, so it pretty much was primer ready, and did a real good coat of primer on both sides. This is the bottom side here, and then I did it again on the top side. And you can see those studs when I talked about the studs that went through the hood for mounting. And then what I'm using here is some Rust-Oleum truck bed liner. Basically aerosol spray bed liner in a can, and it doesn't give a real rough texture, but it gives a nice little texture. It's almost similar to a powder coat when it's all done. Very easy. I think I did 2 or 3 coats of that, and right there it was still wet, so it's got a glossy look to it. But I like how it went on. It went on nice and even and smooth. For an aerosol product, I have no complaints about it. I think it looks pretty good. And then obviously we get into hood removal, which is self-explanatory. Under your hinges, lift the hood off, and take your footman loop out, which is the windshield tie-down hoop. You want to take that off. And Hyline sends you a very nice template. And what I did was took the template and actually reinstalled the footman loop. And you'll see here, this is putting the template onto the hood. And so when you lay it on, you reinstall that footman loop where your windshield tie down goes. and that'll hold the template in place. And then I also used a little bit of tape there too, that way I was sure that it would stay as best as possible, and any little bit of extra securement you have is great. Drilling, lots and lots of drilling. It starts with a 1/16 drill bit, and then you move up to a 1/4 inch drill bit. Once you have the perimeter holes drilled, and you want to start with your hole saw, they say use a 1-inch hole saw. The only one I had was a 1 1/4 inch, but it worked quite well, and that's kind of what it's going to look like. Now mine's not exact, but I made some changes to the venting that I have, which you'll see later here. So you drill your hole saw holes, and then you use a skill saw or a reciprocating saw and cut out your vent areas. Once that's all cut out, you want to do a test fit. And there we are, just lining everything up. Push the studs through the hood. And if you run into any fitment issues, you gotta figure out what you need to round out. Maybe you need some bigger holes on one side or the other where the studs go. Once you get a few of the nuts started on the bottom, you can flip it over and do the rest. And you'll notice here on the inside, I didn't cut the one side all the way. And I'll have a picture of that here shortly. So there we go, reinstalling the hood. I highly recommend having a second person to help you with this project. I'm used to working by myself, but this was so much easier with my brother helping me out. And then you reattach your hood hinges, and you pretty much call it a day. Now don't forget you want to reinstall your footman loop, and then also your hood bumpers where the windshield folds down. So when I said I did mine a little differently, if you notice up near where the hinges go, there's two larger circles. I did not cut that entire area out for venting. I didn't feel it was necessarily needed there, and also I was a little concerned about the electrical components on the firewall. I don't know, maybe I was just being a little protective about it, or a little unsure. So I just used like a 2-inch hole saw and made some big holes there. And on the side where the carburetor is, I did not vent the entire way to where the hinges are, and you'll see that from an underside view. And again, I just didn't want any water coming straight down onto my carburetor, so I left that blocked off with some of the hood material. And there you can see it on the left side. You can tell where the carburetor would be because I don't have it cut as far as the right side is. And then again, there's those two larger circles that are near the firewall. Looking at the underside, again, you can tell where the carburetor would be, and how the one side is cut a little more wide open than the rest. And again, those two 2-inch hole saw cuts there near the firewall. So this is a shot of just tightening up all the nuts. You can see how many holes you have to drill there. It's pretty crazy, but it looks so nice when it's done. I absolutely love it. I think it's great, and it works too. With the fan on, it pushes a lot of hot air out through the vents, so that's great. Anyway, that's a wrap, guys. Please smash that subscribe button, give us a like, give us a share, give us a follow, and we'll catch y'all at the next video. See ya.